Alright, so I'm getting ready to start on a mask for Halloween, and what I'm doing here is I want to share with you guys a few different ways to kind of get started. A lot of people will start off with a life cast, and that's an awesome idea. It's definitely, this helps because what you'll be able to do is you know exactly how big a head is, and you also know with if you're using something like latex to make the mask, it shrinks slightly, so therefore you add at least half inch to three quarters of an inch minimum, just so that you have enough space to actually wear the mask. It also helps because you have eye placement. You know depending on the design of the mask that you're going for, you have everything here. You can kind of make sure that all your features match up, kind of go together and fit, and it'll fit a human head. It also has this big form here that takes up a lot of space to where it'll save on clay. However, for me, what I with me, I've done a lot of like portraits and things like that, and I've done a lot of them to where I just kind of build up. I start with a plumber's pipe on a piece of wood and just kind of balled up newspaper. This one is kind of a lot larger of a head because I'm going to do more of a life-size piece. But what I've done here is the reason I do this is, like I said, I've done a lot of portraits, and then with doing portraits, you can kind of slide this off, kind of shift the head, and that way it kind of, instead of just doing like a straight on view like this, you can kind of twist things, have them looking different directions, have them looking over the shoulder. It just makes it a lot easier to kind of adjust. However, in this instance, for when I'm working on the mask, and what it's going to do is I wanted to make it a little bit simpler for when I mold, because with the mask, the comic book character I'm going to do instead of the movie version, I want to do the comic book because he's a little bit more out there and strange and kind of cartoony, goofy looking. But the mask comes from basically the jaw, and I'm going to probably do it to around back here. So doing that on a life cast, you have to. It's more than likely going to be a two-piece mold, even if it is just coming back here, just trying to kind of get it off. Doing a one-piece mold is going to be tough. Whereas with this, after you finish it up, you just have to scrape out the little bit of clay that'll be around here for the neck area. You pull this out, and you'll have plenty of room in there to actually clear it out. So I'll be able to do a one-piece mold a lot easier. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and the purposes of me using this over this for this piece in particular. Just because, like a lot of my other pieces, it's a little more obvious because I'm doing a different character that might not actually fit on a human head, or I'm not really sure what I'm going for, and therefore I don't want to be hindered by running into the neck when I might want a longer neck or something crazy. But for this one, just because of the fact that it's just a simple mask, I want to share with you guys why I'm using this one over using an actual life cast.